Imagine coming home to find your private sanctuary invaded by clipboard-wielding tyrants, leaving muddy chaos in their wake, all because your harmless shed dared to offend their sacred aesthetic standards. That's exactly what hit me. Alex Rivera, a quiet software engineer who'd moved to this supposedly idyllic suburb in suburban Virginia for peace. Not petty wars. But peace? Huh. In Willow Creek Estates, tranquility was just a facade for HOA hell, where rules choked the life out of every lawn. It all kicked off with a sticky note slapped on my front door like a passive-aggressive grenade. Violation notice, non-compliant structure, it read. Signed by Beatrice B. Hargrove, the HOA president who'd elevated nitpicking to an art form. B. With her perpetual pearl necklace and pasted-on smile, preached community harmony at every meeting. But her real game was power, enforcing bylaws like a tin-pot dictator. My shed? I'd built it to spec. Permits approved. But she claimed it clashed with the neighborhood's uniform vibe. I chuckled at first. Filed it away, thinking sanity would prevail. Big mistake. Weeks later, I swung into my driveway early from a coding marathon, only to spot my gate ajar and my rescue mutt, Luna, pacing the porch like she'd seen ghosts. Rounding the corner, I froze, 3 sets of boot prints trampling my veggie patch, a snapped irrigation line spewing water like a bad joke. And there, in my fenced yard, stood B and her minions, Harold, the yes-man accountant, and Gladys, the gossip queen, measuring my shed with the intensity of crime scene investigators. What the hell? I barked, stepping in. B spun, tape measure dangling like a noose. Oh, Mr. Rivera, just a routine inspection for compliance. We're upholding standards. You understand. In my backyard? Without asking? This is trespassing. Not tea time, Harold mumbled. We had reports, but be cut in. Arms crossed. Probable cause allows us entry. For the greater good, I snorted. You're not the FBI? B. You're busybodies with bad boundaries. They huffed out, citing fines incoming, leaving my yard wrecked. But as they vanished, I glanced up at the discreet camera I'd installed after neighborhood rumors of inspections. Gotcha. Sleepless that night, I replayed the footage, B directing like a deranged conductor, Harold stomping the sprinkler, Gladys snapping pics. By dawn, I was at my sister's law firm, Elena, a shark in property disputes. This is gold, she grinned, coffee in hand. No warrant. No permission. Classic overreach. We filed a police report, handing over the video. The cop whistled. These HOA folks think they're above the law. That evening, a patrol car idled at BEA's McMansion. Through my blinds, I watched her robe-clad figure gesticulate wildly, face flushing crimson. Next, Elena drafted a cease and desist. Served certified. Retaliate, and we'll bury you, she added. But B, she doubled down, mailing a $400 fine with blurry shed photos, taken from inside my yard. No less. Tensions boiled when anonymous envelopes started arriving, more evidence of my violations, like my compost bin being unsightly. Paranoia? Nah. Strategy. I added floodlights and cams, catching a shadowy figure at 3 a.m. scaling my fence. Clipboard in tow. Footage clear as day, a hired snoop. Flashlight probing. Police ID'd him fast, a freelance inspector on BEA's payroll. She said document discreetly. He squealed under questioning. Subpoenas flew. BEA's community funds showed siphoned cash for personal vendettas. Neighbors whispered, then roared, stories of ghost fines. Denied repairs. An emergency HOA meeting devolved into farce, B ranting about radical sabotage, Harold fidgeting. Gladys bolting mid-sentence. Resignations poured in, quorum shattered. Court day arrived like a storm. Elena presented the timeline. Trespass. Damage. Harassment. The judge I'd be. You entered private property on authority? Ma'am, you're not royalty. He stammered. We protect values. Judge, by breaking laws? Injunction granted. No contact. No fines. Be blanched. Her facade cracking. Post-hearing. Leaks hit local news. HOA boss caught trespassing. Empire of fines exposed. Public outrage swelled. Audits uncovered embezzlement. Thousands funneled to consultants, her cronies. Charges mounted. Fraud. Trespass. Obstruction. BEA's trial? A circus. She played victim. I sacrificed for order. Prosecutor. You stole for control. Guilty verdict slammed down. 3 years. Restitution. Lifetime ban from boards. Back in my yard. Luna romped freely. Shed standing defiant. The new board? Transparent. Neighbor-led. But as B faded into irrelevance. I pondered, was she the monster? Or just the symptom of a system that lets petty tyrants rule unchecked? So, tell me, was Alex the villain for fighting back? Or is the real crime letting HOAs play God?